Welcome back to Building Better Relationships in Construction, based off Paul Schwinghammer's book, Building Better Relationships, a guide for enhancing the customer experience for home builders, remodelers, and construction managers. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Sabrina. It's great to be back for episode 2.
Today, we're diving into something that sounds simple, but is incredibly powerful. We're talking about the power of personal communication in building trust with your client.
Oh, absolutely. Foundational. It's one of those things that should be like chapter 1 in any construction manager's playbook.
Exactly, in the pre-construction manual, right? The core idea, and we're going to dig into this today, is that you have to be communicating with homeowners regularly, like at least once a week.
At least. And I think, we've gotten so used to, technology, right? Texting, email, all the instant messaging apps.
Right, they're great for quick updates. Don't get me wrong. Hey, the windows are arriving Thursday. Super efficient.
Totally. But that efficiency, it comes at a cost, doesn't it? It's not really building a relationship. It's just managing tasks.
That's the perfect way to put it. You're managing tasks, not building trust. And that's where the real problem starts, because while those tools are convenient, they lack that emotional connection. The homeowner doesn't feel that you're truly in their corner.
And we have to remember what's going on in their head. This isn't just a line item on a spreadsheet for them. Their house is a mess, their routine is completely disrupted, and they're spending a massive amount of money. The anxiety it's really high.
Exactly. They're in a very vulnerable position. They're constantly wondering, did I pick the right builder? Is this going to turn out okay? Are they going to take advantage of me? Every day of silence from the builder just amplifies those fears. It creates a vacuum, and homeowners will fill that vacuum with worry.
Exactly. There's just no substitute really for actual personal contact. A real conversation.
No substitute at all, whether it's a phone call, an in-person chat at the site, or even a quick video call if you can. That's what creates the human connection. And that connection, that's the bedrock. That's the foundation that trust is actually built on.
Right. And it's why we're such big advocates for having a clear policy on this. We strongly recommend making a personal outreach to the homeowner at least once a week.
And let's be super clear about what that means, because this is where people get it twisted. This isn't about just firing off a quick email or a generic, project update text.
Not at all. It's about genuine engagement. It means, actually picking up the phone, maybe even leaving a thoughtful voicemail if they don't answer. Or my favorite, just stopping by the job site for a face-to-face check-in if you can.
And here's the most important part, I think, the key point. The homeowner calling or texting you with a question, that does not count.
Oh, 100%. The initiative has to come from the builder or the site manager. You have to be the one to proactively reach out and create that connection. It's your responsibility to make that first move every week.
It reminds me of a story I heard about a remodeler. Let's call him Mike. He was technically brilliant, his work was top-notch, but he was getting hammered on reviews. Clients felt he was dismissive and aloof, that he didn't care. He just didn't communicate well with his customer. They rarely heard from him unless they initiated the contact. And it doesn't have to be this huge, time-consuming thing. A simple, hey, I just wanted to check in and see how things are going from your end, or, is there anything you're concerned about at this stage? That's all it takes to open the door.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Sometimes just hearing a friendly, calm voice can completely put a homeowner's mind at ease, especially when things are stressful, like during the messy demolition phase or when there's an unexpected delay.
Think about this. It could be just 15 seconds of your time. That's it. An authentic voice showing some genuine concern, a little empathy, and that small gesture can create this ripple effect that builds trust for the long haul.
15 seconds. It's nothing, but it communicates so much. It tells them you're not just, building a structure. You actually care about their experience. You value them as a partner in this massive thing they're doing.
Right. It shows that their investment, which is not just financial, it's hugely emotional, that it matters to you. And that's everything.
It is. We hear it all the time from project managers, right? They'll say, oh, I texted the homeowner last week, or I sent them an email yesterday. And
That's fine. It's communication.
but it's not connection.
Exactly. It's not connection. Nothing replaces a real conversation for building trust. A 5-minute phone call can have more positive impact than a dozen emails back and forth.
Because trust isn't built on schedules and checklists, is it? It's built on the feeling that someone is genuinely listening and actually cares about your concerns.
hmm And when homeowners feel heard and valued, they're so much more likely to be patient, to be cooperative, to be positive, even when, stuff inevitably goes wrong.
Yeah, and the flip side is really dangerous. A lack of that personal interaction can lead to so many misunderstandings, a lot of frustration, a sense of alienation even. And that can jeopardize the whole project.
It also, is a bit of a secret weapon for you, the builder. Reaching out personally helps you understand their mindset. They might have these anxieties bubbling under the surface that they won't put in an email.
Right, but they might mention it on a casual phone call. You open the door for those honest conversations, and you can address a small worry before it escalates into a massive problem.
And this goes beyond just building trust on one project, doesn't it?
Oh, way bigger. Regular personal contact solidifies your entire reputation as a professional who values relationships. It immediately sets you apart from all the other contractors who just treat clients like another job number.
And when clients have that great experience with consistent, sincere communication, they become your biggest fans. They're the ones who are going to recommend you to all their friends and family. That's how you build a business.
Absolutely. So let's give people some practical tips. How can they actually make this happen?
Okay, I'll start. First, schedule it. Put in your calendar every Friday afternoon or whatever works. Call the homeowners so they know to expect it and you don't forget.
Good one. Next, maybe prepare a little. You don't need a script, but have a couple questions in mind, like, how are you feeling about the progress so far? Or is there anything you're concerned about at this stage?
Yeah, and when they answer, actually listen. Active, empathetic listening. Try to put yourself in their shoes for a minute. This is probably the biggest purchase of their life.
So important. And be genuine. People can spot a fake a mile away. Authenticity is everything. A positive tone is great, but also be honest if there's an issue. That transparency builds way more credibility.
Mm-hmm. And my last one would be follow up. If they mentioned a concern last week, start this week's call with, hey, just wanted to let you know we looked into that thing you mentioned. It shows you're not just listening, you're acting.
Perfect. Look, we know building this habit might take some adjustment, especially when your schedule is just insane. But over time, it becomes a natural, easy part of your workflow.
It really does. You have to think of trust like a garden. You can't just plant it and walk away. You have to nurture it regularly with these small, thoughtful actions.
Well said. And those simple gestures, they will pay dividends. You'll end up with happier clients, much smoother projects, and a reputation that really sets you apart as a builder who cares.
In the end, it's not just a tool for project management, it's really the foundation for lasting success and professional integrity.
Couldn't agree more. Remember, you can pick up a copy of Paul Schwingermummer's book, Building Better Relationships, a guide for enhancing the customer experience for home builders, remodelers, and construction managers, in multiple formats on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to Building Better Relationships and Construction. We'll see you next time with episode number 3, entitled Building Your Relationship Bank Account. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sabrina. Until next time, bye everyone.